Well, a group of business professionals got the keys to success from veteran business leaders. Today, a Marquette-based nonprofit organization held a conference to help local professionals understand how to innovate and excel in the workforce. TV6's Tristan Kendrick was there and tonight tells us what opportunities and knowledge was shared.
This is a video explaining a team-building activity during the annual Connect Marquette conference. The organization's president and conference chair, Christina Gwynn, says this year's theme is embracing change and transformation.
Each different speaker is kind of touching on different aspects of change. So earlier this morning we had more about personal change, change in your community. Right now our panel is talking about transforming workplace culture. So there's a wide variety of topics, and hopefully everyone will take a little bit something home today.
Gwynn says those in attendance included a variety of employees of local businesses, NMU students, and business owners. She also says one of the panelists speaking about change is a Calumet Electronics vice president. Todd Brassard says understanding culture in the workplace is key.
So much of this is about just having respect for each other and being able to communicate and be transparent and be a little empathetic for other people, and work with all types of people and find your common causes and just make a little progress in life.
Brassard says conferences like this give these attendees an advantage.
If you're here today, it's because you want to improve and you want to be better and you want to be part of something better. And so these types of organizations, they're self-organized, right? And it's really good that people are here today and want to grow and they want to learn.
The conference featured breakout sessions, a keynote speaker, and time for networking. All organizers said they hoped all attendees could apply something they learned from today's conference in their work life. Tristan Kendrick, TV6 News, Marquette.
Thank you, Tristan. Well, researchers and faculty from both MTU and Michigan State University gathered today to discuss the future of health in Michigan. Their symposium focused on engineering health technologies. 6 sessions were dedicated to presenting data and research on a variety of subjects. This included big data and AI and how they could be used to better predict and detect different types of health outcomes. This is the continuation of a collaboration between the two universities that began earlier this year.
In March, about 20 researchers from Michigan Tech went down to MSU in Grand Rapids, and we started thinking about how we could work together and collaborate to increase the health technologies and health outcomes for Michiganders.
Now, according to HILT, the goal is to help Michigan be a leader in rural health and increasing health outcomes.